Bhangarh Fort Story. Bhangarh Fort in Ujbagarh is considered India's most haunted places. I don't know when this fort got this tag, but this is what Google informs when you search. Bhangarh Fort was built in 1631 during the rule of Raja Bhagwanth Das. He built this fort as the residence for his second son, Madho Singh. The fort was in use for several decades by different rulers. There are several stories related to the Bhangarh Fort's abandonment. Bhangarh Fort ruin. The most popular story is of Tantric and Princess. According to the story, the Princess Ratnavati of Bhangarh was very beautiful, and there was no one like her in all of Rajasthan. When the princess turned 18, she started getting matrimonial proposals from other states. In the same region, there lived a tantric magician named Singh, who was well versed in the occult. He was desperately in love with the princess, despite knowing that he would never be allowed to even see her, let alone meet her. One day he saw the princess's maid in the market buying scented oil for her. Seeing this, he got an idea by which he could meet the princess. He used his black magic and put a spell on the oil, which would hypnotize the princess by her merely touching the oil, and she would surrender herself to him. The princess foiled this plan, though. She had seen the tantric enchanting the oil, and she therefore threw it away. The bottle of oil was broken over a boulder. As soon as the oil touched the stone, it started rolling towards the wicked tantric and crushed him. While dying, Singh cursed the palace with the death of all who dwelt in it without any rebirth in their destinies. The very next year, there was a battle in Bhangarh, and Ratnavati died in it. After this, people started believing in the curse and left the fort for safer places. Finally, the fort was abandoned. Story of ascetic Bala Nath. Another legend claims that an ascetic named Bala Nath lived in the Bhangarh. When King Madho Singh planned to build the Bhangarh fort, he obtaining permission from the ascetic Bala Nath. Ascetic permitted him, after the king agreed, to a condition that said that the shadow of the fort must never fall upon the home of the ascetic. Everything was fine with Bhangarh Fort till the time one of the ambitious successors of Madho Singh added vertically to fortify against enemy attacks. Due to this, causing fort's ominous shadow, which engulfed the abode of the ascetic. After the promise broke, the fort was doomed within no time. The locals believe that the prophecy stood fulfilled and the Bhangarh fort became haunted. Though some people don't believe in these stories and consider these myths. It is believed that during the famine of 1783 in Ajabgarh, the town was abandoned and never occupied after that. It remained abandoned and turned into ruins gradually. Since the fort is surrounded by forest, so wild animals freely moved inside. It is also believed that the fort was abandoned due to the plague or famine. These are some of the most popular stories, as well as a logical explanation for abandonment. Bhangarh Fort timing. The fort is under the Archaeological Survey of India and remains open between 6 o'clock a.m. to 6 o'clock p.m. All the monuments under control of ASI remain open from sunrise to sunset, and the Bhangarh Fort is not an exception. The Archaeological Survey of India, ASI, had put up a signboard at Bhangarh Fort's gate stating, among others, entering the borders of Bhangarh before sunrise and after sunset is strictly prohibited. This is the standard rule for all Yesai monuments, but since Bhangarh Fort is considered haunted, so people spread that the signboard is due to the ghost incidents.